Hello everyone. Before we begin the episode, this video is heavily inspired by these two videos on screen right here. I'll be posting them in the description below. Thank you. Now enjoy. Hello everyone. I'm the educational narrator here. Today is going to be a bit different because we're going to be talking about school lunches, specifically throughout the years. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. So, beginning with the 1900s, it was all pretty basic back then. It was pretty much potato soup, small chunks of bread, apples, and corn, and a whole bunch of other basics. Food wasn't really advanced back then. It wasn't really advanced back then because, well, the cost per meal is 1 to 5 cents. And sometimes children tend to bring their own lunch via tin cans or handkerchiefs. Or they're just gonna go back home and eat. And here, this is a picture of what it all looked like. And pretty much for every school lunch, we're going to be showing a few examples. So, the same went for the 1910s. Again, cost per meal is 1 to 5 cents. Still pretty basic. They had prunes, pickles, rice. Schools just didn't really have that much in options. And again, this is what our school lunch looks like. So, if we head to the 1920s, we can see that it's starting to upgrade. And this is because health inspectors inspired schools and parents to provide food based on students' dietary needs. And the main focus was nutrition. And surprisingly enough, they actually introduced grilled cheese. And they had milk, which is always delivered fresh. And this is pretty much all the examples that we have. Now the milk here did not end up in a carton, as you can see on screen right there. It was always in a glass bottle. For the 1930s, this is where things really got tough, and we backed down the upgrades. And this is because this was the Great Depression era, to where families and whatnot were living in severe poverty. So schools had to provide cheaper meals. They were peanut butter stuffed onions, milk again, peanut butter sandwiches, and vegetable soup. So this is what it all looks like. Bean boozled? Come on, I can't get bean boozled. Oh, not again. Okay. Oh, we're back. Okay. Alright. Talk about a bad start. Can't believe I got bean boozled for the third time. Well, anyways, the 1940s, it was definitely better than the 1930s. Cost per meal is 22 cents now. And this is where all schools got lunch programs. Fairly sponsored, whether it was, and again, it was all nutritious. But there was one specific dish that they made, which is called cream chipped beef, which is dried beef mixed with gravy and poured on toast. They also provided rice pudding, vegetables, milk, and Spanish rice. However, the major consequence is some school, or actually, a lot of schools had to send their students home during World War II's funding drop. And this is pretty much what the whole meal looks like. So in the 1950s, the cost per meal is 35 cents. And it was called the baby boomers era, and this is because the population of Americans were starting to increase. The food was meatloaf, tomato slices, milk, sloppy joes, jello, milk, and of course ice cream. They really needed to pack a lot of nutrition in order to feed all of the students around every single school. That's crucial. And this is what the whole meal looks like. Wait. Where's the meatloaf? I can see an item missing. What's that?
Ah, the meatloaf!
What? Hold up! 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 No, 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 no. Adequate! Alright, well anyways. On to the 1960s. The cost per meal is 50 cents. And this is, of course, the time that pizza was first introduced in American schools. However, the fact is that they were always square instead of round. And also, frozen foods were also introduced and made it into school kitchens. But that doesn't mean that they started cutting off nutrition. And we're gonna see that in just a second. Oh, and also, this is the first time that liquids started to vary, not just milk. And as you can see, we have a salad and chocolate pudding, along with some fruit juice. There were no triangular slices. They were always square pizza. I said square pizza, not that's a round pizza. They were not round. I said that they were not round. They were squared. That's a round pizza. Please get it. I said that's not even the right. First of all, that's still a round pizza. Second, that's not even the kind of pizza that they served. It was American style. How are they gonna import all the food from Italy to America in like a single day? I said square pizza, not round, not triangular, not Neapolitan. Especially, that's not even close to pizza. That's just poutine. Come on. Give me the right kind of... Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's what the pizza looks like. Alright, yeah, remember what I said? They were always square. Not round, not triangular, not Neapolitan, and definitely not poutine! Alright. Anyways, if we go into the 1970s, this is where nutrition started to lack more. And the amount of frozen foods started to increase. It was always burgers, fries, pudding, and soda. And the cost per meal was always 75 cents. You're showing me that burnt piece of adequate again? Come on! that burnt meatloaf out of here. Okay, there we go. Man, I hate that. I don't want them seeing that burnt chunk of charcoal. Anyways, yeah, this is pretty much what all the 1970s school lunches looked like. Just burgers, fries, and it's not even that nutritional. The 1980s were no exception either. But their price did increase to $1. Frozen foods continued to increase as usual, especially with a $1 billion budget cut that they had to witness. The foods were often chicken nuggets, fries, pudding, soda, and you know the rest. So yeah, it's not really the healthiest. Ooh! The 1990s was really good because the cost per meal is $1.50, and fast food brands sold their products in school kitchens. That's right. However, this allowed them to ease up on some more nutritious meals such as salads, fruit cocktails, Powerade, and fun fact, McDonald's burgers was introduced only on a special day, every special school day. Okay, I'm seeing the burger, but where's everything else? Adequate. Alright, we're getting close to the end. Just 3 more decades to go. We're going to the 2000s. The cost per meal is now double the price of the 1980s. In other words, $2. And this is where schools started to get nutritious with meals. And this is especially because of a rising concern of obesity, and they often provided grilled meats, fresh produce, milk, and yeah, this is pretty much what it look. Where's the grilled chicken? Hey, where's the grilled chicken? Okay, well anyways, the second to last decade is the 2010s. Cost per meal is $2.50. The food was yogurt, salad, sandwich wraps, water, healthy spaghetti, keep that in mind, and green beans. Although processed foods in school began to decrease, the unhealthy foods still remained on the menu. So try to keep that in mind. When do slides have a storm like this? I don't understand. Why is there a storm in the... Freaking heck. Okay, let's just get this over with before any more stupid jokes rub up in my face. Okay, the 2020s, last decade, and the current decade that we're on. Cost per meal is $5 a meal. Food is sandwich wraps, mac and cheese, fruit juice, and other healthy fruits or whatever. And it's pretty much the same as the 2010s, and this is what it looks like. And there we go. Comment, like, subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell. And oh my gosh! Not that stupid freaking charcoal meatloaf!